Hello guys, and welcome to my latest 1vx slash small group PvP commentary. So there's going to be some solo clips in here, we're going to have some group clips, we're going to have some duo clips, so let's jump right into it. As you can see here, I'm just about to flip this resource for the Mighty Ebonheart Pact, and AD shows up as always. This Nightblade comes out with the stun from stealth, he ends up stunning himself off my Sword and Board Reflect. Of course, I'm keeping that up. Very important that I maintain that in this fight. There you see this Templar here is getting some mega frames. I'm actually having trouble targeting him due to, I don't know, he's just kind of like chopping all over the place. His movements are really inconsistent. I guess he's just lagging. But anyway, I'm left to fight these guys here. Fortunately, all the guards are dead already, as I did just kill them prior to showing up on this resource, or just as I showed up on the resource. These guys decide that they just want to flip this thing back, so they're not going to come out here to push on me. I try to tease them a little bit. I'm trying to just get their attention at the door here. I want to pull them apart. Of course, guys, group play 101, the easiest way, or sorry, outnumbered 101, the easiest way to keep yourself alive is to pull your enemies apart. I do my best here to try to pull them apart. You see I take quite a bit of damage going out on that level 15 there. He, of course, is going to be my first target, very squishy. And as you can see, he's left in the room without his friends. They all back up to the flag, and he's just left here by himself. I put a few quick jabs into him, quickly swap to my bow bar, dot him up to make sure I capitalize on this kill. I don't want his friends healing him or anything. We see the healing springs being shot by this other player back here. She goes for the knockback on me there. I quickly CC break it. I dump the ballista on her as well, put a ton of damage into her and managed to take her down, and then I'm left just to fight this tankier Templar kind of on the resource here. He has the Mage's Rune down. I know if I stand in that, it's going to toss me in the air, so I'm trying to avoid it. I get attacked by his Sork from the side here. He tries to go for a gank on me. Fortunately, I had my Sword and Board block up. I quickly peel back into the tower, make sure that I set myself up. I'm very low health here. You see me go for a heal off of my bow. I go for the draining shot, and then to make sure that I get my draining shot heal right away, I pop the crescent sweep, and that's going to make sure that the heal comes back to me because it'll break the stun on him. So I managed to get out of that tight spot there with a little bit of HP. I retreated up the stairs. These guys both decide that they're going to go for reses. While I've retreated, I quickly capitalize on this guy here, dotting him up real quick and putting some damage into him. This Templar here just gets the res off, actually. He gets the res off, goes right into block, and he's right back to being very tanky. I'm trying to keep pressure on him. I know that this guy's going to get up. As we see him get up right there, I keep my reflect up. Of course, the Sork eats his own knockback there. The second one gets me, however. He starts hucking a lot of them. There's the Dawnbreaker of Smiting. I luckily rolled behind that Sork, so I ended up missing eating that Dawnbreaker of Smiting, and now he's on the way back to the resource, low on stamina from the recent res, and I managed to finish him off again, and now I'm just left to fight the tank. He's doing a great job, though, of being very tanky. I'm having a really tough time taking this guy down. He's got a lot of HP, and he can hold that block for a long time, so I'm just kind of being patient with him. I just got to wait for my opportunity when his defense is down to kind of take him out and really put a lot of pressure into him. As you can see here, the tank is all funneled up in that room with me and the other guards. I decide to put some pressure out on this guy out here, and bam! You can see I take a vicious Berserker Strike critical rush from that other player there, and I go down. So let's move on to the next clip, guys. This is a cool clip here. We had just flipped this keep. There were no AD in here. We just finished flipping the keep, and lo and behold, look what I find. A big group of AD coming in the front door right as we had flipped Drakelo here. So the first thing I do is I back up. I'm going to check my bag. I don't have any door repair kits, which is what I was looking for. I wanted to make sure that I could fix that door ASAP. Throw a quick yell up to my friendly players, telling them to fix the door if they can, because I know I won't have time to buy kits. And I know that we're going to have to rush out here, and we're going to have to try to hold these guys back. From this group's perspective, their best move would probably be to just push right into us, right into the middle, and establish their ground inside of our keep here in the inner. But as you can see, we are very vicious pack players, and the first thing that we're going to do when yellow tries to push in is we are going to push right back into them and attack them. You see we pushed right into the front of the Zerg there. I'm just kind of like dotting people up, doing my best to kind of pick out a target here. If they're all hugging each other like that, it makes it very hard for me to pick out a target to kill. Just putting as many Power the Lights, poison injections in people as I can. Want to make sure that I maximize the amount of damage that this group of players has taken. And as you can see here, I see an opportunity to go in on this Templar. He purges my dots right away and gets healed up by his group, so I quickly pull back out. In this fight here, we're just kind of encircling these guys. We really don't want to give them a point of focus to target on unless you're playing a very tanky build. You don't want to let this many players beat on you for too long. So we're just kiting around them, especially being in medium armor, really taking advantage of my movement in the pillars here. As you can see, we took one of their guys down, and oh no, things start to go bad for these guys. Now they're starting to drop like flies, and at this point, our job is to keep our HP high and our offense very aggressive. As you can see here, we're all just kind of pushing into these guys, putting as much damage into them, into each target that I can, trying to get off as many stuns as possible. You see I get a really good stun off on this Templar right as he's going for the Destro ult, ends up not capitalizing on that ability there. And then these two guys end up getting zerged down by the few EP here. I think there's 4 or 5 EP that helped me in that fight there. So there you have it. Absolutely excellent play from the EP here. So let's move on to the next clip. In this clip, I'm with my good friend Knight Ouroboros, and we are at the same resource that the first clip was at, I believe. So we were doing a little bit of playing around with these guys here. We have a few similar names from the guys we were fighting earlier as well. So we are fighting on these guys here. We see that I power the light that guy up. Knight Ouroboros also putting a lot of pressure into him. He's running a Stamina Nightblade, so between the two of us, with Power the Light, Poison Injection, my ultimate, his ultimate, and his very powerful Stampblade attacks, you can see that these guys are having a lot of trouble surviving against us. He's going to start beating on that tank. The resource did just flip, so we're about to get all the guards to help us out as well. Here you see this poor guy comes in wolf form, and it's just a bad spot, man. All his friends are already dead. We only have one Pact Honor Guard left here, but you can't complain too much. That's a little bit of a clip / negate that might be thrown out there. So just a little bit of a speed up here as we wait for these yellow to come back. Of course they're going to be coming back. First thing I do is get into stealth. I know that my partner here is on a Nightblade, so he's going to have a really easy time entering stealth. So my job here is to start from stealth to make sure they don't know my whereabouts at least. We want to try to get the jump on these guys. As you can see, some absolutely vicious bursts between the two of us going into these guys. If we duo target a single target, they are very, very likely to die really quickly. And right on cue, here come AD over the hill again after wiping out their first front 2 lines. Quite a few high-ranked players here. Not something we're going to back off from, though. We're still going to attack these guys. I go for the level 43 in the back. I get a pretty decent burst off on him. Knight Ouroboros, of course, we're synchronizing our targets. He drops the 43 to make sure that we finish and capitalize on that kill there. He goes into that other Sork there. I'm left to fight this Templar. We really don't want to lose too many NPCs here. We only have 1 left, so the more the merrier, I think. As you can see, I get a huge burst off on that Templar there and drop her. And then this Sork is quite tanky, so Knight's just kind of putting some pressure into him. But the two of us combined should be enough to take this guy down pretty quickly. As you can see, he goes for a pretty quick bolt in the back there. More AD players coming over the hill here. We've got what looks like a Magicka Sork in the back there too. Magicka Templar also showed up, so we're going to be getting a bit of healing power from these guys here. We do a strafe back. I'm being very careful. I know that I don't have stealth, and my partner here does, so if he gets in a pressured position, I want to stand in front of where he is so he can get away in stealth, make sure that he does okay. I'm being a little bit more cautious than he is here. He's kind of front-lining it against those guys as I went for the kill in the back, and as you can see there, I tried to shield him from the ambient fire from my friendly players there, but it was a little bit too much pressure. Kind of not really great on the peel there. Maybe I shouldn't have peeled back so far. Maybe I could have helped keep him alive. So now I've kind of retreated back into the tower. I am, again, pretty outnumbered from these guys, and I don't want to get myself in a situation where I have too many targets on me at the same time. As you can see, I power the light level 15 up, and I put some serious burst into her with my Crescent Sweep as well, just to finish her off there. I get this Sork here with the Sword and Board Reflect off of his Overload. He eats his own Overload, stunning himself. And it's just a matter of me to put a quick poke into him to bring him down. This build performs so well against Sorks, guys. I cannot stress that enough, how well this build performs against Sorks. And we've got a really fun last clip in this video, too. A little bit of reflect trolling that's going to show you just how powerful we are against the Sorks here. But as you can see, we push them back from the top. I dropped the third guy there with my Crescent Sweep combo. I do a quick leap outside of the keep, stun the Templar right away, and start putting damage into Ventux. I know that he's going to be very tanky. I did get in a fight with him earlier, knowing that he's running an incredibly tanky spec. I decide that maybe this isn't in my best interest to try to fight these two out in an open field. They're very tanky. I need to have some kind of way to mitigate the extra damage that they're going to be casting against me. So as you guys can imagine, this is a Sork Templar combo that I'm not actually able to take down here. I'm going to cut the clip here because what ends up happening is more AD end up showing up. I don't get any more kills and they just kind of zerg me down. So let's move on to the final clip of the episode, guys. And as a special treat, guys, just a little bit of a fun clip at the end here. Just on a resource here with my roommate, the good old Jobo kill, the legendary Jobo kill. We're on this resource here trying to defend against a couple yellows. And what happens here is actually really funny. As you can see, Jordan is playing a heavy attack DK. He put some serious damage into that Sork there. I go in for the kill, manage to capitalize on it, take a mean Dawnbreaker from that player there. And look at this. We've got a Sork rocking the overload on us. Watch this. 1 overload, 2 overload, 3 overload. So let's just take a quick look at what happened there, guys. Just a little bit of a rewind. And here it is. We've got the Sork spamming overload on me. 1 sword and board reflect. 2 sword and board reflect. He actually kills himself off of the second one. He doesn't even eat his 3rd overload. Oh my lord. Talk about the Sork killer. Absolutely awesome on this build. Love it. So there you go, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to check out the build video, go ahead and check it out. It's called Murmillo. It is on my YouTube channel. And as always, guys, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.